Not Wendy Child. Not Professor Dr. 4-degree having Wendy Osefo.
Well, detectives in Carroll County say reality star Wendy Osefo concocted a story so far from reality that she's now facing a string of felony fraud charges. At her home in Finksburg today, there was no sign of the housewife, but her neighborhood was buzzing with the news as police accused Wendy Osefo of being a fraud.
I've got to be honest. This is one of the few times a Real Housewife scandal truly caught me off guard. Dr. Wendy O has always carried herself like she's on a whole different level, like she's above the mess and drama everyone else gets dragged into. But now, the internet is flooded with mugshots of Wendy and her husband, Happy Eddie, after federal investigators hit them with not one, not two, but 16 charges, including 7 felonies, tied to an alleged insurance fraud scheme, and you already know who is sitting back enjoying every second of this fallout. Keiarna Stewart. She's been calling out Wendy for a long time, and now that the truth is spilling out, Keiarna is thrilled to see Wendy's picture-perfect life cracking at the edges. And get this, rumors are swirling that Keiarna may have hinted to the right people about what Wendy was up to. She's been dropping subtle comments for months about things happening behind the scenes in Wendy's world. Now, with Wendy facing the reality of an actual court date, Keiarna is basically saying karma finally circled back. In her mind, Wendy is about to get a taste of the very judgment she's been handing out to everyone else. But here's the real question. Are these accusations against Wendy O actually true, or is this just a case of people being so eager to see her fall that they're ready to believe anything? Let's not forget, Wendy has built her entire persona around having real jobs and real achievements. And even with her 4 degrees, including a full PhD, she's now mixed up in something this reckless. On Thursday, October 9th, 2025, in Corral County, Maryland, Wendy and Eddie went viral after their mugshots hit the web. And Chile, those photos were something else. They were grinning from ear to ear, looking high as the sky, both wearing the same gray t-shirts. According to the reports, the couple was taken into custody for allegedly committing insurance fraud involving more than $300 and for providing false information to law enforcement. The whole situation reportedly began last April after the couple came home from a Jamaica vacation, claiming their house had been broken into. They told police that designer bags and jewelry were missing. They then filed claims with 2 insurance companies and signed paperwork saying they lost $450,000 worth of property. But as investigators dug deeper, things stopped adding up. Police noticed that only one bedroom looked disturbed while the rest of the house was practically untouched. They also noted that whoever supposedly escaped through the window would have needed to step onto a toilet, but the toilet lid was spotless with no dust or debris at all. Then there was the home security issue. Wendy and Eddie had both ADT and ring systems. They armed everything before leaving for their trip, yet no motion was detected inside the house the entire time they were gone. The only activity was a few package deliveries that Wendy and Eddie monitored remotely. So the break-in story was looking shakier by the minute, especially since there was no sign of forced entry anywhere. The investigation also showed that some of the items Wendy and Eddie reported stolen were things they had purchased years earlier and then returned for refunds long before the alleged burglary. Some return records dated all the way back to 2018. And here's the big thing. Most luxury items have serial numbers that can be traced. Not a single stolen piece turned up in any system. And if that wasn't enough, people dug up a photo of Wendy on a red carpet wearing the same ring she had claimed was stolen. And she reposted that photo herself, but brace yourself because this next part is wild. When police searched their home during the arrest, they reportedly found at least 15 of the items that were supposedly stolen. Sitting right there in the house, like, ma'am, sir, why? So why would a woman with 4 degrees risk everything like this?
Literally, she just messaged me a couple days ago. You know, she's one of the very only, like the only ones who is like, you know, I'm so proud. You know, what she said was, God has you covered, right? So this is, I need a second because
I get it.
Bitch, I opened my phone. I had no idea what was even going on, and I'm like, I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm very, very shocked. because I felt Miss 4 Degrees had it together. Okay? I thought she had it together. I mean, isn't Eddie an attorney, for heaven's sakes? Like, what the?
According to investigators, Wendy was facing significant debt and saw this as a quick fix to her financial problem. After their arrest, both Wendy and Eddie were released on $50,000 bail. Each, they put out a statement saying, Dr. Wendy Osefo and her husband, Edward Osefo, are back home safely with their family and in good spirits. They are grateful for the outpouring of concern and support from friends, fans, and colleagues. The Osefos, alongside their legal team, look forward to their day in court. At this time, they respectfully ask for privacy as they focus on their family and the legal process ahead. But the internet wasn't letting go. As soon as the story broke, people started digging for old clips, interviews, anything that showed Wendy slipping. And of course, they found it, including an interview where she talked about the burglary while wearing that same stolen ring. Viewers pointed out that her body language looked uncomfortable, like she knew she wasn't being honest.
Forgot that in April, your home was broken into or something. Was this during filming that this happened?
I think it was right before.
Okay.
Like, literally before camera went up. It happened because my family was away on spring break. It was our spring break trip with the kiddos. And I was just so heartbroken. Like, I think a few of my first initial scenes, I'm just a little bit uneasy because we had just been violated, so to speak. It was the worst thing. It's so unexpected, especially since from my vantage point or from the investigators' vantage point, it was targeted, you know?
Really?
Yeah, because I've lived in this neighborhood for, a long time, but since the neighborhood has been in inception for over 20 years, there has been no burglary.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
Meanwhile, Keiarna Stewart wasted zero time joining the conversation, and she did not hold back. Remember, Wendy was always talking down on Keiarna, saying she was trying to create drama just to stay relevant. Now Keiarna feels completely vindicated. Wendy has spent years acting like she was above everyone else, but this scandal is making her look like she was living a manufactured life the entire time. And trust me, Keiarna is not giving her an ounce of sympathy. Ashley Darby also chimed in, saying that among the Housewives, Wendy's alleged fraud wasn't exactly a surprise, it was the audience who didn't see it coming. Sarah...
No, we were not shocked.
Someone even posted a story saying catching felonies, not Melody. And the fallout is already hitting Wendy hard. Bravo pulled one of her wife swap episodes, and with all that debt hanging over her, the road ahead is not looking easy. Sure, Housewives getting caught in fraud schemes is nothing new, but people are especially shocked that Wendy is the one caught up in this. She always presented herself as polished, educated, and in control. No one expected her to end up being the newest member of what folks are now calling the real criminals of Bravo. One fan wrote, "I admired Wendy Osefo for her intellect and credentials. It separated her from the rest of the Housewives. It's truly a shame that her and Eddie are in this predicament. I don't get why people sacrifice their freedom to keep up appearances." Someone else added, "It seems like it's a trend for Housewives to go to jail, but I'm not gonna lie, Wendy. Ooh, the professor, the B with 4 degrees, I'm shocked." Yes, and another person said, "Who would have thought Wendy, I have 4 degrees, ooh, would be this dumb?" All right, y'all, what do you think? Is Wendy really guilty, or is this whole situation being blown way out of proportion? Drop your thoughts down below because I want to hear what the Kayla Knows News family is thinking about all this. Don't forget to like the video, hit subscribe, and tap that bell so you never miss the next update.